Hey everybody, it's Zach. Welcome back to Zach's Hero HQ. And guys, we're back in again with another live spoiler discussion for X-Men 97 Season 2. Guys, we're about to review episode 4 titled Rise of Apocalypse Part 2. This episode was 35 minutes. Phenomenal episode. I'm going to wait for everybody to get in here. Troy, you said what an episode. What an episode indeed. I was not expecting for things to happen the way they happened in this episode. I was not expecting it. R.I.P. That's all I'm gonna say until we talk about it. Which right out the gate, I feel like we gotta talk about it. So spoilers. If you guys have not watched episode 4 of season 2 of X-Men 97, titled Rise of Apocalypse Part 2, get out of here, go watch the episode, do what you need to do, and then come back here. Also, guys, does my sound okay? I just want to make sure my mic's not acting up. Let me know. But yeah, I have a lot to talk about. Okay, I'm gonna say the spoiler in 3, 2, 1. Your boy Magneto dies. What the frick? Oh my god, how did we get here? I couldn't believe it. I was like, they're not gonna kill Magneto, right? They're not in episode 4 of season 2. No, they killed him. They killed him. This show has shown me once again they are not afraid to kill people off, and I think that's one of the things I love about this show is that there is stakes. And Magneto made a sacrifice play. He sent everybody back to the time. He sent Bishop, Rogue, Nightcrawler. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anybody. Bishop, Rogue, Nightcrawler. He tried to send Professor X and Beast all back to the 1990s because I believe that's where they're from. And it successfully got a lot of them, all of them, but Professor X stuck behind. Because he just wasn't having it. He wasn't letting Magneto do that sacrifice by himself. He was not about to let Magneto send him back in time, so that way, Magneto can make that sacrifice. Magneto stood strong. I want to say he fought like a champ. I got some images here. He fought like a champ, but unfortunately, at this point, En-Sabah turned into Apocalypse. He had his prophecy. Also, we now filled in the gap of how Apocalypse gets his powers. I wasn't very familiar on how he got so big or how he was able to grow and where he got the armor. He got the armor from celestial technology. That explains a lot. That explains my question of how is Apocalypse able to grow? Celestial energy growing makes sense. That kind of filled in the gap. It kind of puts two and two together. So he got the armor and the power to grow from celestial technology. That makes sense. This makes me even more excited to get my Apocalypse made to order Marvel Legends later this year. I'm very excited. I believe it comes out around November, if I'm correct. November or December. I think it might be December. I could be wrong. But this made me very happy. This was like really cool to see like how Apocalypse becomes Apocalypse, and it was made in prophecy. It was already set where the X-Men, unfortunately, was the path of the X-Men helping Apocalypse become Apocalypse. Same as how, Jean and Scott helped Nathan become Cable. So it's almost like our X-Men, our two teams that we had from in the future and that we had in the past were supposed to set Nathan and En-Sabah on their paths to become Cable and Apocalypse so they could clash. So it made sense, and it was cool to see, okay, this is how Apocalypse gets his ability of growing in his armor that's like so strong. It makes sense because it's celestial tech. Hence why, Magneto isn't able to, manipulate it. Because I always had the question of, like, Apocalypse has metal on his armor. Why can't he manipulate it? It's because it's celestial, metal. It's something that Magneto can't bend to his will. That's really cool to me. So this was cool seeing, En-Sabah kind of get his ability. I thought that was sick. I didn't want to get there, okay, but like we have this cool fight sequence with Apocalypse, Magneto. That was really, really cool seeing them fight. I thought that was really sick to see them kind of go at it. And Apocalypse sets the ship to pretty much you kind of like send a big beam to destroy Kang's base, like Kang's, was it temple? So I guess you could say at Ramatut's temple at this point, because yeah, he's Kang. He said he goes by many names. He said Victor Timely. He said Kang. He said Nathan. I think he said what was it? Nathaniel Richards. So like he named all of his other variants, and I loved that. I thought that was very, very cool. And but this is kind of like he destroyed Ramatut's headquarters and pretty much let out a huge blast. And Magneto was trying to contain the blast. At this point, because he did send Apocalypse out away from the ship, he was able to kind of put metal around him and kind of put him in a cocoon, Apocalypse, and send him out away from the ship. So that way, Charles and Magneto could try to stop the, explosion from killing innocents and eradicating a whole bunch of innocent people. And I was just annoyed at this point. I was like, I can't believe Apocalypse. N'Saba came from slavery, came from being oppressed, came from a lot of people. A lot of people he's cared about. He came from people dying. And he's willing to kill innocents all for what? To get at Ramatut so he could have his role? He's killing innocents. It's like he forgot the plot. He forgot his own mission of, helping people. But also, all in all, he's always been survival of the fittest. So he's probably thinking, well, if they survive, they survive. If they don't, they don't. The strongest will survive. He's probably thinking that at this point. But this was a great shot. Destruction, yes. Cool shot, yeah. So like it was kind of like sad all the destruction, but you couldn't help but like just like the animation and how cool the animation was of that kind of big explosion or big kind of like cosmic beam. I thought that was cool. I'm gonna do this so that way I'm not kind of like getting at images what I don't want to get at. But I want to go to this image right here. I guess this was the image I wanted to pull up of Apocalypse and Magneto fighting. This was really cool. Apocalypse has his drill. Magneto has his like his force field. I thought that was cool. His magnetic force field. But this was the shot. We got a Kang shot, baby. We got a shot of Kang. This was sick. This was really cool. To have a shot of Kang in his actual outfit, fire. It was not on my bingo card to see Kang. I don't know if we'll see Kang again. I don't know. But the fact that they gave us him name dropping his other variants, I go by, Nathaniel Richards, you know what I mean? Victor Timely. Like we kind of put two and two together when he drops the first names where we could fill in the gap. Nathaniel, like Nathaniel Richards, Victor Timely, Kang the Conqueror. I love it. And then we see him being in his time chair, and he said, "I'm dipping." He's like, "I'm not supposed to, I couldn't roll this time. This is N'Saba Knowles. This is Apocalypse. This is his era, the rule. I'm dipping, and I'm gonna go conquer something else." And he gets in his time chair, and he dips, and he puts on this outfit. This was so sick. And this makes me miss Kang so much in the MCU. I miss this character. He was such a cool character. It's a shame what happened where we can't get Kang anymore. It is a true shame because I think this is such a cool villain. But the fact that the MCU, because at the end of the day, the MCU, the Marvel Studios produced this show. And this is, I feel like, them trying to give us our fill of Kang because we couldn't have it really at its full, kind of at its full glory because of what happened and they had to pivot. So I'm glad that Brad Wunderbaum, the head of Marvel Television, said, okay, we're gonna put Kang in here. Let's kind of like do some stuff in here because we can mess around with that because N'Saba Knowles and Apocalypse and the time travel we can actually utilize at the time of N'Saba Knowles in the past. We can actually bring Ramatut. We can mention Kang. We can mention Kang's variants. We could do that. We can explore that. This was truly brilliant, and I loved seeing him on the screen in his outfit in animated form. I really want to see them explore this more. I really want them to make a spin-off series off of X-Men 97 where we get like an Avengers series, kind of like Earth's Mightiest Heroes, but set in the time of X-Men 97 in the 1990s. I would kill for for a spin-off show to focus on the X-Men and to focus on Kang. That would be so sick if we or not X-Men, I meant focus on the Avengers and focus on Kang. That would be so cool to get that, to if they could utilize that and do spin-offs. They could. I mean, we have a Spider-Man the animated series spin-off. We have that. We've had that where it's in the same world. Why can't we have an Avengers spin-off and have Kang and kind of do stuff with him? They could utilize this. They could give us the story in animated form. They could still do it. I'm hoping they do. I hope this isn't the last time we see them because Kang is everywhere. He's all over different points of past, present, and future, and jumping through to different multiverse aspects. They could really mess around with this if they really really wanted to. I don't know if they will, but time will tell. This was really really cool seeing him in the outfit. Reading the stream chat, Thomas, you said that post credit scene, our first look at Kang and Black Widow in this universe. Yes, we will talk about Black Widow and talk about the mid credit. I'm very excited to talk about that. That mid credit scene reminded me of a comic cover, and we'll talk about it because I instantly thought of the comic cover. You said Tommy said Magneto could have used the ship like he does when he sends it into the black hole. Yeah, he did. Like he sent it into the black hole so Apocalypse couldn't utilize the ship anymore, which was smart because they know the ship was familiar. Beast and Rogue are like, we've been here before. Why am I getting the heebie-jeebies? I feel like we've been here before. They have. That ship, that celestial ship Apocalypse uses, that he got his powers from, was he comes across it in the past when he becomes Apocalypse, and that X-Men team helped him become Apocalypse, and so that ship wouldn't be a danger in the future, and so Apocalypse couldn't use that in the future. Magneto destroyed the ship by putting the ship in that black hole, which was very smart while he was containing it. So you are right, Thomas, he did do that. Jimmy, you said Fantastic Four. I would love a spin-off if Fantastic Four, Avengers, so forth dealing with Kang. It would be brilliant. I feel like you could do a lot in the animated form, but I also feel like you could fill the void of us not really getting Kang's full potential. We were getting there, but of course, what happened, and they had to pivot. I think they could still utilize this character in animated form, and they're showing us that. I'm not thinking Kang is over. I'm not thinking forget Kang, or like we did Kang, or we tried Kang, let's forget about him. I am all for going full throttle with Kang in a spinoff. Or if you want to keep utilizing him, maybe he could be the season 3 villain of X-Men 97. Who knows? I think they should utilize him. He is a good villain. This villain always just amazes me. He never ceases to amaze me on how cool this villain is. I really want them to utilize him. I don't know if they will, but fingers crossed. Fingers crossed they utilize him more. You said there are rumors of an animated Avengers series. Thomas, I hope so. They need to capitalize on this. It's brilliant. Build this world up. Build it. I really want them to do this because when I see Morph turn into Thor in episode 1 of X-Men 97 season 2, I was like, I want to see an Avengers. I want to see this Thor is doing, what this Thor would be like, what this Avengers team would be like. When we saw a Cap cameo in the first season of X-Men 97, when we saw a cameo from Iron Man in X-Men 97, in the finale of X-Men 97, season 1. I want to see these characters, and I want to see them do spin-offs and just keep building this world up. You might as well. You're putting the groundwork down, but I want to see it. I really want them to utilize this. Make this an MCU 2.0. You're already having these characters run around, and we see them. Do it. Build this world. Do spin-offs. I'm here for it. Let's do it. You said we basically have seen the main team. Yeah. Or of the Avengers. Yeah, technically we have. You know what I mean? At this point, we kind of have. We've seen Cap, we've seen Iron Man, we've seen Thor technically, we've seen Black Widow now. We practically have seen like the Avengers. We've seen Hulk. I'm pretty sure Morph turned into Hulk in one of the episodes of X-Men 97 season 1. So at this point, let's do it. I'm here for it. I'm ready for it. Let's get it on. You said the rumors don't say the animated Avengers series will take place in this universe of your friendly neighborhood's Spider-Man universe or a separate universe entirely. Well, I'm excited to see what they do. It's going to be awesome. But seeing Kang, I, I really honestly thought we were just going to see Rama Tut. Like I said, it was not on my bingo card. He would get into Professor X's head, get into Charles's head, and pretty much say, "Oh, I go by many names. I go by Nathaniel. I go by Kang. I go by Victor. You know what I mean? I go by Rama Tut. I go by many names." I was not expecting him to kind of break that down and him to tell Charles who he's messing with. I was not. It was not on my bingo card. It was not on my bingo card that he would put on his Kang the Conqueror outfit, bro. It's peak. It's peak. It's so peak. But yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going though. Going on to the next one though. I want to talk about, of course, Magneto's death. That's the biggest thing right here. Magneto, he did sacrifice himself. He did, stop the black hole from destroying Rama Tut's empire. He did stop it in time where a lot of innocent people did survive. The destruction was mass, but he was able to contain it before it got to the point of mass destruction. At this point, he's battered, he's beaten. He pretty much is at the brink of death. Apocalypse shows up and pretty much and was it Charles said stay away from him. And at this point, they're pretty much saying their goodbyes because Apocalypse is like, "Oh, I need you to tell, Magneto that it's all right and give him false hope that it's going to be all right." And he pretty much, Charles says to Magneto, "I'm sorry," which that got me. And at this point, he ends up killing Magneto, Apocalypse. I was not prepared for that. I really didn't think it was gonna happen. Like, I was like, no, because at the point of Magneto saying, "I'm gonna sacrifice myself and I'm gonna just try to stop this black hole," I thought, okay, he might survive. I didn't think too much, and then we see him kind of like getting blasted away from the shockwave of him stopping the black hole, and he gets sent. And at this point, he looks like he's at the brink of death. I was not prepared for Apocalypse to show back up and then actually disintegrate Magneto, because he disintegrates Magneto. No body, no nothing. Disintegration. Gone. Kaput. There's nothing to put back together. He is gone. I don't know where we're going with this, where maybe we do a time reset, because there's a lot of death happening. Between season 1, between season 2, there's a lot of death. And we don't even know all the bodies that Genosha caught when that mass murder happened in Genosha. We don't even know all the mutants that were there, what mutants that were there. We know some. We know Magic was there. And yeah, I don't know where that's gonna go. Maybe she'll become a Horseman of Apocalypse. Maybe it won't just be Gambit. I don't know. But and now Magneto dies? And also, R.I.P. to my boy Leech. My boy Leech died in season 1. Leech will be missed. R.I.P. Leech. But, this series just, again, just keeps surprising me that they're not afraid to, take people out. I can't believe it. I can't believe Magneto's gone. And that's brilliant also on the fact that Magneto in a way did set Apocalypse on it, En-Sabah on the path to becoming Apocalypse. Rama Tut was right. Kang was right, saying you guys are gonna send him down that path of becoming Apocalypse, and you're gonna realize that once you give him this technology, the technology that you seek to go back in time or to go to your time. Is that power is gonna that's what's gonna turn En-Sabah into Apocalypse. Bet, believe me now, or is it what's it called? What's the term? It's don't believe me now, believe me later, or believe me now, don't believe me later. I don't know what the term is, but it ended up happening where everything was set in motion. Where this X-Men team Magneto sent him down that path, and that's why he wanted to stay behind, saying, "I sent him down this path. I did it. I need to stay behind. I need to make it right." it's like it was too late. It was too late. Once he got his hand on that gem and he got granted the power of Apocalypse with his suit, with the growing of it all, it was, you couldn't stop him. He already was on that path of who the destiny of who he's supposed to become. It was already too late. Already too late. And at this point, you mean it's like that was the price Magneto was willing to pay. It's like at that point he stood his ground, but he ended up dying for it. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a shame, but just that's the way it happened. So I'm still mind blown at the fact that they took out, you know, Magneto. I would have never have thought that that would have happened. It's truly wow. Hawkeye is the GOAT. Hawkeye is the GOAT. Kind of reading, you said I don't think Magneto will stay dead. This is the comic book reference. No one ever dies permanently. That is true. That is true, Thomas. That is true. Hawkeye is GOAT. Magic and Iceman. Yeah, Magic and Iceman are probably cooked. Yeah, I think that they were on the list of the dead in Genosha, I believe. But yeah, seeing Magneto die, that was sad. And seeing, you know, Charles and Magneto have that moment of like Magneto saying, "I regret it. I regret everything." Like Magneto really had a great character development. Probably the most I've ever seen of this character, because I watched the OG animated series and I couldn't get with it. I felt like there wasn't really a development for him to go. I see it more plain as day here that this character has grown so much. A character I despise, mind you. I don't like Magneto. I've never been a Magneto, like someone that's liked Magneto, because he's always just seemed like such a villain to me. Knowing where he comes from, knowing his reasons for why he does what he does, I never was like, oh, like I support Magneto. But I've been on the I've been a big supporter of Magneto's growth as a character, and he's grown so much of understanding and realizing that he's went down the wrong path, and like there's always consequences for going down a certain path, and this was my consequence. Is that I need to be the one to make the sacrifice. I need to right those wrongs. I said, let's stay back here. I said that I could try to make En-Sabah see your ideals, Charles, and so us mutants could have a better future. I led us down the wrong path where I led us to our destruction and our demise. I need to stay back. I need to right those wrongs. It's great character development. The writing is so great in this series. I just can't get over it. But let's talk about the mid-credit of it all. Because at this point, Charles gets sent back with Bishop. Bishop does come back for Charles and says, I'm sorry, Charles. And then they leave. And Apocalypse is already on his path. He's already on his roll. He already rolls in the 1000 BC or BCD or whatever the hell you want to call it. He's ruling Egypt at this point. He's on the path that Apocalypse has always meant to go down that path. I mean, he's always meant to go on. So we get the mid-credit scene. And the mid-credit scene, oh my god, I flipped out. Okay. Someone's got to fill in some blanks for me, because we see Logan. He's meeting up with Captain America, and then we see that he's meeting up with Black Widow. On that folder, it says Weapon X. And Cap's like, "Oh, like I don't know, like I think he said like I would help you, but I don't want to go down this path, like, or like this is a dicey path to go down. I would help you, but I can't." And he's like, "Do you have a team?" And then pretty much Wolverine says, "I have a team. Don't worry." Is Logan trying to get his adamantium back? Which makes sense, because we did see, and again, I might just be tripping, but I saw this. I pulled this because some people pointed this out. In the intro, I can't remember, I think it was episode 3, I believe, or episode 2. Or it might have been episode 1, actually, or 3. We see this shot of Forge and Bishop, and we see the adamantium skeleton. What are they trying to reference? Is this like going to be a scene, or is this just a scene recreation from the OG animated series? It looks like very much so that's what it is, but I feel like also they're hinting towards Wolverine getting his claws back, which we already have seen in the trailer when he says, "We're back, baby," which I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find that, but we'll be 97. trailer where he says we're back, baby. I'm gonna see if I can find it right here. Is this kind of like them? Like, I feel like this told us Logan was gonna get his adamantium claws back, but like, is he trying to go through the same procedure he went through before? Is he trying to get Stryker? Is he trying to, like, what's he trying to do? I'm interested to know, and I think you guys could fill in the gaps for me on what's really happening here. So let me hear it real quick. I'm gonna read the chat. You said you forgot Hawkeye when you were listing the Avengers. I haven't seen him yet. Oh yeah, Hawkeye. We haven't seen Hawkeye yet. No. Here's my Avengers rosters for animated series: Captain America, Iron Man, Wasp, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Vision, Warbird, Black Panther, Wonder Man, Scarlet Witch, and Quicksilver. That's a cool. I like that roster. Jamigi said 266 Uncanny X-Men. That's the issue. Yes. This is the issue. This is what I thought of instantly. Right here, Uncanny X-Men. Was it 268? I thought of this comic cover instantly. And they just released a figure of Black Widow this past year, and this is it right here. This is the Marvel Legends team, I believe, recreating that shot. I have this Black Widow figure too, without the jacket. They just released this figure recently without the jacket. They released this one in the mini comic Wave 2. This was the Black Widow that they released, but for this shot that someone recreated, I have this Black Widow with the jacket. So I thought of this instantly, this comic cover, when we get that sequence of seeing Black Widow and Cap meet up with Logan. And here is Black Widow. Here's the shot of Black Widow. Same outfit. Honestly, this would... all I said was, to make this more official, Logan should have had his yellow and brown suit on, his Wolverine suit, to make it official, because we know late in the trailer, Wolverine is going to be wearing his brown and yellow costume for the rest of the series, for the rest of the season. So it would have been perfect if he met up with Cap and Black Widow in his brown and yellow Wolverine costume. That would have been the cherry on top to complete that comic cover. That would have been sick, but I got what they were going for. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I was like, this is so sick. They're redoing that comic cover. That comic cover is like ingrained in my head. I think if I was ever going to own a comic, this would be the comic I would own. It's so cool seeing them on the cover. Never read the issue, but I know that comic cover. Because Marvel Legends has been doing so much with it, and they were trying to recreate that scene with all the legends that they've been coming out with, and I like that. Marvel Legends more and more are trying to like recreate certain issues of comics or comic covers, and I love it. I love that's what they're trying to do, and I've learned so much of comics I don't know via Marvel Legends, so it's so cool about characters I might not know, or comic covers that make me want to read that comic because they do the mini comics. It's so sick. It's really, really cool. You said Captain America would have helped Wolverine. Well, he didn't. You know what I mean? He didn't do it, though, or he's not going to. They shouldn't have interfered. They took right to where he needed to be to become evil. Yeah, they shouldn't have interfered. That is right, Lawrence. They shouldn't have. You said I like the vision. You said I like the version of Black Widow they used. Oh, 100%. I like this version too. I have this figure, and Marvel Legends, I just was saying, that just released this Black Widow figure, this updated Black Widow figure for the mini comic Wave 2. I don't own this particular version. I own the one with the jacket. I own that one. You said Weapon X created Wolverine, Deadpool, and Sabretooth. Is there others I'm missing? I don't know, Thomas, but I think what I want to know is Logan trying to find Stryker again? Is he trying to like have them do the procedure on him, or is he just trying to get the information of what he needs for let's say Forge, Beast, to help him get the adamantium back in him? Like, what are we doing? Because I know he said he has a team. I think he's talking about the X-Men, I believe. Because he said he was getting the band back together. So I don't know what this means. I don't know. You guys will have to fill in the gaps for me here, because I am interested to see what they're going to be doing here. Because it's like, it is interesting to see Logan go out on his own to try to ask for Cap and Natasha's help. Why wouldn't you have the other X-Men help him go on this side quest to get his adamantium back? Like, I want to know where are they going with this, because I got hyped When it said Weapon X on there, I was like, okay. I'm seeing what they're doing. I think I'm trying to put the pieces together because we know Logan's getting his adamantium claws back. This has to be that pathway to doing it because it says Weapon X, and that's where he got his adamantium claws. So I feel like, is he getting Stryker? Is he getting all of them to help him, or is he just getting the information to get the claws? I don't know. He said maybe he's trying to make it so it never happens. I don't know. He said Sabretooth, Lady Death, Strike, Maverick, and Omega next episode. Okay. Marvel, you said hi. Hi, Marvel. How's it going? He said, never mind. 266, I think, is the first appearance of Gambit. Okay. Team X is going to fight the fight the Brood. What's the Brood? What's that? Team X is gonna fight the Brood. Are you talking about the Brotherhood? Is that what you're saying? I don't know what you're saying. Brood. Have you heard that PlayStation is stopping? Yes, all physical. Yes, I have heard. I've made video on it on Instagram and TikTok. I've heard about it. Yes, I'm not happy about it. Games, yeah, for PS6 comes out in January of 2028. Xbox is also stopping the discs too, but they just haven't announced when. Yeah, I've heard about it. Marvel, I'm not happy about it. They fight the Strucker twins in that comic. Okay. Yes, Weapon X team. Since they have all the other X teams. Wait, teams. Okay. It seems like they're in Russia. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it looked like they were somewhere else. Yeah, for sure. Hence why they're being very low key. At least Logan is. It looks like they're not in, upstate New York or anywhere. It looks like they are in a different country entirely, probably. I am interested to see what's going on though. Like is he getting Team X together? Like, or like what, or the Weapon X team? Like, what's happening here? I don't know. Like, so does it mean what? Deadpool, all of them are going to be joining him to do what? Like, I have questions that need answering. And maybe new rock stars will fill in the gap. I don't know. You said, how's it going, bro? It's going. We're just talking about the mid credit. I don't know. My assumption is he's trying to get his adamantium claws back. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know because we know he gets it in the trailer. Sorry, Team X. Okay, you said look it up. Brood in the trailer. Look it up. X-Men 97 Brood. You mean Brotherhood of Mutants? Is that what you're talking about? Wait, the Brood did pop up. The Brood. Oh. What the hell are these things? Okay, well, he is in his brown and yellow suit at this point, and he says, we're back, baby. So, yeah, I don't know what is the Brood? What is Brood? They look like creatures, just like random creatures. The parasitic alien Brood officially make their proper animated debut in X-Men 97 Season 2. The original 1990s X-Men animated series, they were substituted by a kid-friendly species called the Colony due to licensing restrictions. The Brood are an utterly savage insected species defined primarily by hunger and protection. Okay, so they're an alien species. Okay. I don't know. Like that sounds lame to me that we're going to fight some like alien species type deal. Like I don't know. Damn. Warbird is getting stabbed by this thing. At least it looked like she's getting stabbed. Eesh. Okay. Okay, so they're an alien species. Where do they fit in though in terms of like the plot of what they're trying to do here? Like let me know, guys. Where do they fit in the plot here? Because this is them right here. All right. In the trailer, I don't think Deadpool will join, sadly. Yeah, Deadpool Morph turns into Deadpool in the trailer, so I don't think we'll see Deadpool per se. Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer tomorrow apparently isn't the Brood from Warhammer. I have no clue, Thomas. I have no clue. You said look up the Marvel Legends Brood Wolverine. A second. Marvel Legends. You said Brood. Oh, I have seen this. Ooh, that's gross. You said Archangel. Wait, Archangel at Hasbro. Troy, what did you send me? Aliens creatures can turn. Wait. Okay. You said aliens creatures that can turn people into aliens. Okay. No, they're cool. Okay. All right. Well, we'll have to see because I don't know. I'm not really messing with it, but we'll see. We see Deadpool in the X-Men 97 trailer. Yes, we do see it. Yeah, we do. Because Deadpool, Morph turns into Deadpool. We don't see Deadpool. We see Morph turning into Deadpool. Look up Marvel Legends Brood, Wolverine, and Elandra. Yeah, I've seen this 2-pack multiple times. It's a random question, but do you think physical media is dying more than cable TV is? Yes, unfortunately. Yeah. I think so. Even then, the Simpsons and Family Guy are really popular on Disney Plus. Yeah. Either the base what either the base was infected by the Brood, X-Men season where aliens are the villains is X-Men 97 copying the MCU with the first Avengers movie. Oh, you're talking about when the Chitauri? I don't think they're copying because clearly the Brood have been in the OG series, so I think they're just bringing them back. I haven't watched all of the OG X-Men series, so this is a first introduction to me to the Brood. So we're gonna have to wait and see what they like, really what's going on in terms of like story on why the Brood are showing up at the mansion because they are at the mansion. I don't know what's happening here. So it is going to be interesting to see what happens. I mean, at this point, Logan does have his claws, so we'll have to wait and see. Okay, read that. So, okay. You said Archangel is back up on Hasbro. Oh, thanks, Troy. I appreciate it. How much is that thing on Hasbro, anyways? I'll wait to get him. I'm not getting him anytime soon, but I'm gonna wait. Also, why do I keep seeing Spider-Man Brand New Day promotion on Disney Plus when I try to watch Family Guy, especially when it's a Sony property? Well, yeah, Sony owns the movie rights or a cut of the movie stuff, but at the same time it's still made by Marvel. So you're going to see promotion because that's the latest Marvel and Sony, partnered project. So of course you're going to see stuff promoting it, of course. Um so yeah, you said $39.99. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna get that anytime soon. Guys, we got 10 people in here. I just want to say if you are new, subscribe to the channel, put on those notifications, like this stream. We do this every Wednesday at 11 a.m. EST. After every new episode every week. So where we talk spoiler discussion about every new episode of X-Men 97. And we're gonna do this for other series as well, Marvel related. Oh, speaking of which, you know how you guys just said that, I think it was you, Thomas, that said we saw Deadpool in the trailer? Yeah, it looks like Deadpool might be fighting the Brood in that trailer snippet. But this is Morph, because Morph is right here, and then he goes behind this right here, the body, I'm assuming a body of a Brood, and turns into Deadpool, which makes sense because Deadpool could slice and dice. So I like that. I like how he turned into like a mutant that had swords, so he turns into Deadpool. And also a mutant that also can't die per se, so that could take some damage. So that's pretty cool. You said, or the Weapon X scientists found the brood on Earth. Yeah, maybe. By that logic, should we see BTSW promotion? Wait, what is it? What is it? BTS promotion? What is that? BTSW promotion on Disney Plus when we come close to that release. I don't know what that is. What does BTSW stand for? BTSV. Beyond the Spider-Verse? Oh, you're talking about that. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, Beyond the Spider-Verse. We might. We might. Well, that I don't know because that's no they're not Beyond the Spider-Verse. Marvel Studios has nothing to do with Beyond the Spider-Verse, so I don't think we'll be seeing it. I think because Marvel Studios is owned by Disney and they are partnered with Sony to make the Spider-Man movies are in the MCU, that's why we're seeing it. Sony and Marvel have nothing to do with each other when it comes to Beyond the Spider-Verse. When it comes to Into the Spider-Verse films. Um so no, I don't think we'll see it because that has nothing to do with one with the other. But that is interesting though, from what you're telling me, Jamiki, that the brood can turn humans into aliens. That's pretty cool. That's gonna be pretty interesting to see. They sound interesting. I'll have to see how much of a threat they are. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, it is Marvel, but it's not. It's not Marvel Studios and Disney related, so they won't probably do that. It's a different thing. Like Marvel Studios is not partnered up with Sony and they are not doing a movie together. So I don't think we'll be seeing Beyond the Spider-Verse stuff. They infected Ghost Rider. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. You said when Morph transforms into Deadpool, will he sound like Deadpool when he speaks? Like the last season when he transformed into Psylocke sounded like Psylocke. Same when he transformed into Magic. Yeah, he would probably sound like Wade. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, let's see what I want to see what X is saying real quick, real quick before we get out of here, because I do have to go to the gym. So, um, can't believe they actually had Apocalypse kill Magneto and watching Xavier witness in front of his eyes shattered me. Yeah, agreed. Post credit hyped me. Seeing Captain America and Black Widow was goosebumps, and they handed over the Weapon X file to Wolverine. What are people saying in the comment section for this? Didn't think to check to see their post credit scene though. I was so heartbroken. I ended the episode quick. Rockstar Wolverine will be missed. Call me dumb, but this would mean introducing Deadpool to a degree, right? What the hell is wrong with his picture? Okay. Okay. Kang the Conqueror and X-Men 97 did so cool. I can't get over that. You said when is Comic Con? When is San Diego Comic Con? If I'm spelling that right, San Diego Comic Con. I probably spelled that wrong. Oh, auto correct me though. Comic Con 2026 date. July 23rd to Sunday, July 26th of 2026. So yeah, July 23rd, which is the week of Spider-Man Brand New Day, I believe. I don't have a calendar. But I think it's the week of Spider-Man Brand New Day. We will be covering that though, San Diego Comic-Con, whenever Hall H is, which I don't know what day that is. Let me just look that up. Hall H schedule. Saturday, July 25th. Okay. That must be right because I said 2026. So I think it's the 25th is when Hall H is for Marvel Studios. Okay. If that's accurate, I don't know, but that's what it's telling me. So we could hear what this universe's version of Deadpool sounds like. Yeah, we can. We're probably going to, Thomas, unless they don't make him speak when Morph turns into Deadpool. I don't know. But I feel like that would be a missed opportunity because Wade loves the talk. Deadpool loves the talk. So I feel like, you know what I mean? You got to go all for it. I don't think that they should have killed Magneto yet because I really want to see the Onslaught storyline adapted like it was teased in season 1. That might happen. Maybe that's what's going to happen with Magneto. I don't know the whole Onslaught story. So maybe that will happen. Also, BTW, do you think they'll drop the Doomsday teaser and a trailer for all of the other shows coming out this year at Comic-Con? Probably. I think we'll get the Doomsday trailer for sure because they're going to want that playing over Spider-Man in the theater because Spider-Man drops on the 29th on that Wednesday showing exclusively for Prime members and, you know, for the 30th, which of course will be that Thursday. So they're gonna want it playing that week that during the screenings of Spider-Man. So yeah, they're gonna be playing the Doomsday trailer, and it'll go online for sure. So that then plays in the theaters. I have no doubt about it. Have you been to Disneyland before? I have never been to Disneyland before. I really want to go there, and I also really want to know what Galaxy's Edge is like. Same. Well, you can go to the Galaxy's Edge. They have a Galaxy's Edge in Disney World too. I unfortunately, which is in Florida, I wish they had an Avengers campus in Disney World, but they don't. They only have it in Land, which is in LA, unfortunately. You said the last time Deadpool was silenced was X-Men Origins Wolverine. Yeah, we all know how that went. Onslaught is Professor X, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what they're gonna do. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know what's gonna happen with Magneto. I don't know what's gonna happen with Gambit. I don't even know when we'll see Gambit next. I really don't know. It's still up in the air on when Gambit could show up. Maybe I don't think it'll be next episode. I think it's gonna be at least like episode like 6 or 6 or 7. I'm not gonna, dude. I realize what I said, but 6, 7, and 8. It could either be in 6, 7, or 8. Okay. So no, Onslaught is a combination of both Professor X and Mind Wipes Magneto. Okay. So kind of what we got in the first season, in the finale of X-Men 97, where like Magneto's mind was like wiped and Professor X was like in his head. So sort of like that. I don't know if we'll get Onslaught though. Like I don't know. I think he was hinted at for this season, but I really don't know where he could fit in. So I really don't know what story they're gonna tell, unless that's like Charles's way of keeping Magneto alive, is if they combined each other. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Do you think that Gambit will turn good again in the season? I don't think this season, maybe next season. We'll have to wait and see. I really don't know what direction they're going to be going with Gambit. I do know when he does show up, it's going to be heartbreaking because we're going to have a Gambit that is willing to kill his friends try to kill the one he loves, which is Rogue. Like, this is a Gambit that will not care about anybody else but serving Apocalypse. So it's going to be interesting. They dropped the story that wait, Bo wanted. They dropped that story that Bo wanted. Oh, did they? Okay, was it about the whole onslaught? Was that the story he wanted? Also, have you seen the new Marvel Rivals Apocalypse trailer? No, but I don't care about Marvel Rivals, if I'm being completely honest. Marvel, but thank you for letting me know, asking me if I've seen it or not. I'm not a Marvel Rivals guy. I tried it once and I never looked back. I don't like games like that. I don't like them. He literally got backstabbed in his own trailer, lol. That's funny. That's pretty funny. But yeah, guys, that was it. That was my live spoiler discussion for X-Men 97 season 2 episode 4, titled Rise of Apocalypse part 2. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Really great episode. It left us on a big cliffhanger of, okay, like, where are we going tonally in these next couple of episodes? What that's a good like midway point where like if you weren't locked in before, you're locked in now to see where we go in the story. So I'm interested to see where we're gonna go. You said Jimmy, you said episode 7 Gambit probably will get revealed. Okay, Jubilee is the new character. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw the Jubilee image that someone posted from Marvel Rivals, but a lot of people are complaining, saying she just looks like Luna Snow. They aren't even trying to like make Jubilee look like Jubilee. Does anybody else agree with that? I kind of saw what people were saying, right? It looks like was it was her, what did I just say, Rena Snow, or that's her name? Like they just like repackaged to look like Jubilee, or Luna Snow, that's her name. Yeah, so I kind of saw what people were saying, but do you guys agree? Does it look like they even tried to make Jubilee look like Jubilee? Because I did see what people were saying where it kind of looks like Luna Snow, just like in a different outfit. You know what I mean? Good night, Zach. I'm going to bed now. Well, good night. Thank you, Marvel, for coming in here. I really appreciate it. You said the face is a little Luna Snow. I agree. I saw it, what people were saying. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna try, because I forgot last week. I was so busy. I'm gonna try to do a chill stream this Friday. Stay tuned. I'm gonna try to make it happen. I have no plans besides doing a chill stream this Friday. I'm gonna try to remember. Guys, also remind me in the Discord. Remind me in the Discord for this Friday. Chill stream, Zach. Don't forget, because I forgot last week. I was so annoyed I forgot, because I said we were back and I forgot. I'm gonna try to do one this Friday. Of course, always 7:50 p.m. EST is when we start the chill stream, the pre-streamer, and then we go live at 8 p.m. EST. Make sure to be there. We'll talk about a whole bunch of different things. Maybe we'll even talk about X-Men 97 again and where it could possibly go going forward. And we'll just talk about other different topics and things. We'll kind of look around. Maybe we'll watch some Marvel Legends unboxings. It's been a minute. Maybe we'll do that. Amongst some other things. Also, before I get out of here, I want to showcase this. I posted an image. Sorry, guys, I just bumped my figure on my mic. But I posted this. My custom was it Secret Wars alien costume Spider-Man figure, my custom painted figure. If you guys noticed before, this figure only had this upper torso that had the symbiote in this one side right here, but I painted all the way down to make it look like it's like starting at one side and it's going over. This is what it looks like. I posted images on community, on TikTok, Instagram. It looks incredible. I think I did a really, really good job. But that's what it looks like. I'm going to kind of put it up close to the camera so you guys can kind of see that. But yeah, I just got done with it like a few days ago. I think it turned out really, really good. So yeah, very happy about this. This figure I've actually been putting on my animated series shelf to kind of make it look like this is the animated series Spider-Man. He's being taken over by the symbiote. So I have this on my shelf right next to my symbiote Spider-Man. But But yeah, I just want to showcase that off before I go off here because that's something new that I just did. So I just want to showcase that. A lot of you guys probably already saw it because I posted it everywhere. But if you didn't, or if you're not following me over on social media, and if you don't really know that I post stuff on my community tab here on YouTube, that's something new that I did just 2 days ago. So yeah. You said, yeah. Have you watched The Simpsons or Family Guy yet? I haven't watched Simpsons and Family Guy in years. It's something I really don't choose to watch. If it's on, I'll watch it. If it's not, I don't seek it out. But yeah, I do like it. I just don't watch it nearly as much as I used to. Um, but yeah. But all right, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go head to the gym. But as always, guys, I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and I'll catch you guys this Friday for this Friday's chill stream. Peace.